One. Today we are going to read the chapter Company for the Feast. One fine morning in the upper part of the valley of Tibet, where birds sang joyously and the animals had come out to breathe the soft, cool air after a long winter, a hungry wolf was roaming in search of food. At last, he came upon a young kyang. What is a young kyang? A wild ass. About a year old, grazing on newly sprouted grass. Ah, he'll make a fine meal, thought the wolf, and was about to pounce on the kyang when he noticed him. Please, Uncle Wolf, don't eat me now, begged the poor animal. I am very thin after the hard winter, but by autumn I shall be twice the size and will be a good feast for you. The wolf agreed. Come and meet me after 6 months, he said. When autumn came, the wolf set out to meet the cow. Going across the hills, the wolf met or encountered a fox. You seem in great hurry, said the fox. Where are you going? I have an appointment with a fat cow, replied the wolf, and told him how they had agreed to meet 6 months ago. The fox did not want to be left out. The can is too big, a meal for one. Could I come and share the feast? Come along, said the wolf. And the two of them went together. On the way, they met a hare. Hello, where are you two going? He asked. The wolf told him. The hare felt sorry for the cow. It was so wonderful to live alive and to roam among the hills and the green pastures. Why should the poor thing die for these selfish creatures? He decided to save the cow, but he had to be careful not to arouse their suspicions. The cow is a very large animal, the hare said. You'll get sick if you eat all of it. May I also join you? The more the merrier, replied the wolf. So the three of them set together. When they got to the meeting place, they saw the young king was waiting for them under a tree. His eyes had a sad, hunted look, but he was now big and fat. The wolf licked his lips, and his eyes gleamed greedily. Look at him, a worthy feast for us, he said to his companions. Just as the wolf seized the young king by the neck, the hare interrupted. My friends, this is a crude, wasteful way of killing a fine young king. Don't you think it will be fine if we strangle it? That will leave his body intact for us? The wolf and the fox were impressed. Leave everything to me. Over the hill is a shepherd's hut. I will go and borrow a rope from him. The hare went off and presently returned with a long rope. He made a big knot at the end and two small knots at the other end. Now listen carefully. The can is a strong animal and it will need all the three of us to strangle him. We'll put the big knot around his neck. You stand at the farther end holding the small knots. I'll be in the middle with the loose and grasped tightly in my teeth. As soon as I give you a signal, pull it hard. So saying, he slipped the big loop over the can's neck, the small loops over the necks of the wolf and the fox, and grabbed the loose end between his teeth. Pull, shouted the hare. The animals pulled. The can came forward a few paces. The wolf and the fox felt themselves being dragged along the ground while their loops tightened, choking them. Pull harder, the hare cried, and let go the loose end. The wolf and the fox fell face downward and was strangled to death. The hare removed the loop from the can's neck and scampered off home, happy he had done a good day's work. So, this was a folk tale, And interesting things happen in the folk tales. They don't happen in real life, though we all know that. For instance, animals begin to talk. We have read other folk tales in this book. So this is one of those folk tales that we were reading in this class standard 3. I hope you like the story, and I hope that you will also help animals. Instead of killing them and hurting them, you would help them and stop others from killing them as well. So that's all, children. Thank you.